All right, friends. It's late, and unfortunately, I just finished the edit and realized we didn't have an introduction or an outroduction. Outroduction is not a word. I just made that up. Anyway, we got a really fun show for you today. It's a recap of our PGA escapades. Hayes and I got to go to the PGA Show. It's full of video clips, pictures. Bryan does an awesome job hosting. Do yourself a favor and try to watch this on YouTube if you can, if only because there's a ton of added content in there that will really only make sense visually if you're able to watch it. However, if you're just listening, well, enjoy it, and then maybe one day you'll circle back. I will see you on the other side. All right, enjoy.
One to five. Who goes 1 to 5?
Right. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone back to the Bogey Ball Society. Matt, we're back from
Hi.
the PGA Show, man.
I know, it's weird. We're not in the same room anymore. It's I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
I kind of miss seeing you guys all snuggled up together
I
with your
know.
heads like
Easy.
an inch away.
Yep. I've littered the room with beef sticks. They're just everywhere, just so I can feel like Hayes is near me. There's just
Beef stick and protein shake farts.
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
You know,
sure
it's
that
funny,
room
though.
smelled great.
Actually, I can honestly say I don't remember one time smelling one of his farts.
Oh, so now we also know that Matt has COVID, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
very, very
Hardcore.
polite roommate. I'm a very polite roommate.
Yeah, it was actually, I gotta say,
Yeah.
it was one of the easiest rooming experiences I've ever had. We were both so tired at the end of the night. It was like
Yeah.
Family Guy was on, and we would just
Mhm.
fall asleep, and I'd wake up at some point, and the TV would be off, and I'd be like, all right, that's good. Like, it was great. Yeah.
Did they get
Yeah.
you in a king, or did you have to snack?
Right. Matt's beard is a little scratchy, but beyond that, I don't have any complaints.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it was
did the
bunk-
it
little
was
over
bed
the
rest.
sheet, under the sheet, you know?
It
Yeah.
was twin bunk beds. It was fine. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny because our podcast audience didn't catch any of it, but so we had the same battle rhythm every night. We would go to the PGA Show. We would come back. We would cross our fingers that we could find a table at one of the local restaurants.
Mhm.
And we would go back. We would, and which is an ordeal. Like everyone is leaving early. Everyone leaves
Mhm.
early to try to get a table at a restaurant. And
Sure.
we would do that. We would get back to the hotel, and we would spend the rest of the evening taking all the photos off of our phone,
Yeah.
pumping out the recap videos on YouTube, which to our podcast listeners, we did a daily recap on YouTube. So go to the YouTube channel if you didn't catch it, and you can see
Yeah.
our and it's Matt and I in a rearranged Courtyard Marriott hotel room recapping the day. And then we were up till midnight trying to download all that stuff. I was writing those recap articles that are on Life with the Turn, and they're still there.
Yeah.
And then we would get up and do it again.
Honestly, it was fun. Like it was,
Mhm.
it makes it sound like it was a
Yeah.
lot, but it was really genuinely fun to then sort of relive the day through the pictures and through the recap. And
Oh, yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a great time over on the community at Life of the Turn, following along with all your posts and, sending you ridiculous requests and trying to see
Yeah.
what was going on there. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
guys for, keeping up with that too. It really helped us feel like we were along for the ride, even though I'm sure this will become Hayes is going to mention that he went to the PGA Show about as many times as he's been to Hazeltine. I don't know if any of our listeners know.
Did
that
you
he's
know I'm
been
a
there as
beta
well.
tester for Fit for Golf too? Did you know that? Have I mentioned that before?
Yeah. Well, once or twice.
But seriously, everybody, go to the YouTube channel if you want to check out those recaps, and then go to lifeoftheturn.com. There are daily recaps with a sample of some of the photos and a link to a whole lot more photos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a blast. It was hard work. I mean, honestly, like I was pretty damn exhausted, and my phone says I had like 16,000 steps a day. Like it was a lot of work, but it was also a hell of a lot of fun.
I would have expected a little more than 16. That's like, before lunch at Disney. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
you know, it's
Matt.
Okay, so I was just
Matt's
gonna say,
step count never
my
kept
step
up.
counter,
So I'm pretty
my
sure he
step
took a
counter was
nap
like
somewhere.
11,000 max, and I was so mad about it because our buddy Marty that we were with and Hayes both were comparing, and they were both within like 100 steps of each other, and I just kept looking at my watch like, what the hell am I doing? Like, why am I 5,000 steps less? And honestly,
long strides.
Well,
Long strides.
if it wasn't for like all of the piggybacks that Hayes gave me throughout the day,
Right, yeah.
I do think I probably would have had a few more. But
there we go.
And it
he's
became a
very strong.
competition too. Like the title of this guy might have wondered why I was running in
Shocking.
place while I was talking to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like one of those runners at the corner waiting for the light to change. You're like,
right. Yeah, exactly. Taking their pulse. Right. No, it was a blast. I mean, honestly, it was so fun, and I was so tired on that flight home. Like that last day was just like, we had a few things to knock out on Friday. I had to leave. I had a 3:00 flight, so I left a little early. And I mean, I think it says a lot about the event that like I would really love to go back. Like now that I've been there once and kind of got the lay of the land, I'd like to go back because I feel like the coverage we did was honestly, legitimately the best we could do, given that we had never been there. And there's such a learning curve of like, you can't stop and look at everything. You got to pick and choose, and you got to really do your research before. And we tried our best to really try to pick and choose. And honestly, the thread that we had going on at the Life at the Turn was so helpful because there were tons of people who were following other sites who were like, go check this out. Can you go look at this thing? I heard cool stuff about this. And that was really, really helpful. But yeah, I mean, I would go back in a heartbeat. Like it was really, and it was an awesome experience. So
we hope to be back next year, and we'll definitely be more efficient about it when we go. I don't think there's any question. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Less walking around the clothing district, which they don't even want. They didn't want us there. Like
they didn't want you there.
Well, we weren't.
Other than the
we
socks,
weren't buyers.
You found some socks.
I did find a pretty good pair of socks. Not gonna lie. I actually wore them on the flight home, and they were very supportive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try them? I know you went golfing on Friday. Did you try
them? They
when...
weren't clean. They're still in my suitcase. That's
that's not surprising.
I'm that
I'm gonna
traveler
need the stroke
who
screen
comes
report
home
on those socks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to need the next 3 rounds to be played with that, and let's take a look at the trends and see what's going on.
Well, I've also got the PXG balls to try. They're their newer version, so those are a little extra spinny for me because I need a little extra spin, so that's good. So I'll put the PXGs in play. I'll put the features. That's the name of the socks. Put those.
So
in play.
a little extra spin. So that's more like it's
like a
Pro
Pro
V1X type deal.
It's an
X.
Yeah.
But now they have 2 models, and they have a lower spin version.
Okay.
Is my understanding, but they didn't have any of those, and I didn't. Yeah. To be honest, I don't need that, so I wouldn't have taken those anyway.
Neither do I, my friend. Neither do I.
I need the ball in the air, not on the ground. Yeah.
As long as possible, yeah.
I'm
actually, Matt. I'm a little surprised that you're so smitten with the PGA Tour experience or the PGA Show experience because I think it was right when you first landed. You were complaining to us that it was only 52 degrees outside.
Yeah. Okay, so I live in Southern California. I shouldn't really be complaining, really, ever about the weather.
We agree on this. Yes.
But we had kind of a cold spell, and it was rainy, and I was very excited to go to Orlando because my understanding of Orlando is Disney and sunshine and 80 degrees.
I remind you, it's 7 degrees outside right now at my house.
Right.
Just so you know.
Exactly.
Which is not Orlando. Just for those of us,
Correct.
Those of you guys listening, he doesn't live in Orlando.
I still do not live in Orlando.
That's right. And I got off the plane. It was 52 or was it in the 40s? I thought it was actually.
I thought you said 52. Okay, so maybe it was.
Yeah,
the high was 52 that day, but Matt, we met 52. Up.
It was
late morning, and it was like 40, 41 degrees. Yeah,
brisk,
in
and
Florida.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just surprising because I think I had expected and I looked at the weather. I knew it wasn't going to be super hot, but yeah, it was. I was really hoping to throw shorts and a t-shirt on and just bask in the sun. And that
is
just
that what you
wasn't the
packed?
case.
Did you pack a bunch of shorts? Is that what you were planning?
I packed 2 pairs of shorts, but I also packed jeans and which you managed to comment on. Thanks so much for
Yeah,
that. That was nice.
speaking of the jeans, that actually, I have a question for Hayes about your jeans.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So,
Wait,
Hayes,
the question is for Hayes about my jeans.
yeah, just kind of
This
an
is what
observation.
everyone wants to know. Yeah.
Yes.
Were they bedazzled in the back? Is that what you want to know?
No, I
Juicy.
just, I think there's a photo floating around at Life at the Turn, the community there. Go find it.
Mhm.
Of Matt hitting, I don't know, like a driving iron at
Yeah.
like 7:30 in the morning
Pretty close.
and a pair of jeans and tennis shoes. So,
Yes.
like, did you see anybody else there wearing jeans and tennis shoes?
I'm sure I did, but
Yeah, 100%.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
defend myself
jeans, man?
right away.
Jeans?
It's a convention. It's not a driving range.
Matt, he did ask me. You'll have your turn.
He
I would-
won't actually.
99% of everyone attending was in, I would say, golf attire, and I would not throw denim into the golf attire description. In fact, it was
All right.
hilarious.
I
We would go
object,
out
Your
to
Honor.
dinner.
I object. I'm sorry, Hayes.
No. Just explaining. When we went out to dinner, it was hilarious because like every restaurant was just flooded with guys in Titleist hats and polos, and
Sure.
like it
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
club professionals everywhere. It was hilarious to see. But no, I didn't see a lot of denim. It was a bold choice.
It was.
Not
I thought it was a bold choice.
What's incredible is that
he did
never
better than
once,
I did.
I never once thought about it
Really?
ever.
Hayes, I would have thought you would have had like perfect outfits set up for the
I
day.
almost did, but I went a little overboard, and I didn't really think it through. On Friday, my last polo available to me
It's my favorite.
was a black PXG polo, and I had some gray pants, which would have been fine, except that was the attire of every PXG employee at the PXG booth.
I believe that.
So when I went
Exactly.
over there to visit a couple friends and just I liked that booth, I must have gotten 6 jokes about like, "Hey, are you ready to work? Would you like a job? Let me go get an application." And I fit right in. I mean, the employees were taking photos with me. was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I totally believe that.
We got to the booth
awesome.
and I took a picture of him and I said, "It's like I'm dropping you off for the first day of school." Like,
Right.
he had a backpack on.
He was
and
in
he
his
was in his
uniform. He
uniform.
was ready to
like
go.
it was fantastic.
Put me in, coach. I can do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
They
That's
did have a
amazing.
great booth. To be fair to Hayes,
Oh, my
the PXG
gosh.
booth was fantastic. It was like a store. Like you were in their world. Like you walked in, they had explanation of how they like exploded apart the iron. They showed you how they built it. They had the putters out.
They
They had
had-
everything out.
It was their first appearance at the PGA Show. They had like
Oh,
this
I didn't know
hologram
that.
present. Yeah, they had this like hologram presentation of their different interviews. At one point, Bob Parsons did an interview from his home, but it
Yeah.
came through as like a hologram at the PGA Show.
They did a
And they were
live.
almost, yeah,
It was live.
and they were almost
It's like, Star
awesome.
Wars.
yeah. Oh yeah, it was
That's
crazy. Like
awesome.
he had depth to him. If you walked to the side, it was like 3D.
Huh.
But they were almost like overstaffed, and I mean that in a good way. Like there was always somebody available at the PXG booth to like talk to you. I mean
Sure,
And then-
sure.
and they had such a casual, fun party vibe that at 2:00, a friend of mine there was like, "Hey, come on back at 4:00," and I come back and they had a bartender, and they were
You
cracking
mean your
beers.
coworker, right?
Right? Yeah. My associate.
That's right.
But they were, at 4:00 at the PGA Show, PXG was starting the party. I mean, it's just they had a great booth. The vibe was great, like from open to close. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that might be kind of leading the witness on a question I have for you guys of what your favorite kind of booth or exhibit was. And Hayes, I kind of had already written PXG down as the answer
Yeah.
for you there. So
Well, and Matt, real quick, Matt did
Yeah.
get to hit the Gen 8 irons. Matt, your
Mm.
verdict.
Yeah. So Friday morning, I mean, Friday morning at the PGA Show was kind of a ghost town. It's an awesome time to be there, because Wednesday, Thursday are crazy. Like if you want to hit something, you're in line to hit it, and if you're there to work it, you don't really have time to wait in line. And but we got there on Friday morning, and I dropped Hayes off at school, and somebody said, "Did you get a chance to hit anything?" And I said, "No, I didn't." And they said, "Well, come on back." And they literally like brought me back to the booth, and they said, "What do you want to hit?" And I was like, "Well, I really want to hit the Gen 8, like the Gen 8 irons. I'm super curious because I hit the sevens in a fitting." And
dropping Hayes off at school was so smooth that it almost went
Yeah.
over my head.
Yeah,
That was great. Thank you.
But went through like
you
a,
didn't just
a
hit
very
them, they
quick.
like fit you into them.
It was like a super thorough, but very quick. I mean, it helps.
+4?
No. We didn't do any bending, thank God. But we just basically, like, he started me in a steel fiber 110, which was a little stout for me.
Yep.
And I was having a hard
I
time.
love that shaft.
I know you do. And then we ended up in a 95.
Is it the recoil?
Dynamic Gold 95.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
as soon as we got into that weight, I mean, it felt like I couldn't miss. And the balls were, I mean, first of all, those things feel incredible. I mean, as good as advertised, like they should feel that good. If they're made that way and they're that expensive, like they should feel like butter when you hit them, and they genuinely do. It was awesome.
Brian, Matt had a 146 smash on a 7-iron.
It was bonkers. Like, I mean, and it really did feel like I couldn't miss. Like we finished and I just shook his hand and I was like, get me out of here before I have
to. Kaboom, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That deserves a little kaboom, baby. So Matt, actually, since we're talking PXG, I have a question for you about Hayes. We already know that he's an honorary employee of PXG here.
That's right.
But what was greater? The amount of time that Hayes spent at the PXG booth, or the amount of beef sticks consumed in your hotel room?
Beef sticks. Beef sticks. Yeah.
That's all I had for breakfast and lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, well, also we didn't, I mean, honestly, we were there working, so we didn't have that much time to spend. So we did pause at the PXG booth quite a bit on our way. Anytime we walked past, it was like, he became an honorary.
It's kind of a magnet, member. Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
If it's your favorite thing, I'd walk by and be like, hey, what's up, guys? No, that's pretty awesome, though. But
there were a lot of beef sticks that to the point where I asked him at one point, do you just eat those until how does this work? Like, do you just keep eating them? And he was like, you can't really get full on them. So I just eat them until I was like, I'm in. Like, this sounds like a great diet. So I was very impressed.
Wow, that was you hammered the over on the beef stick. So that
I was trying to get it to be a little moto caddy. If it was a little throwback to them.
It was a little throwback. There we go.
And Matt giggled every time we walked by that booth. Moto caddy.
All right, so PXG was awesome, but let's pivot here and what about on the tech side of things? Besides, Star Wars, Mr. Parsons, what golf technology did you see that really impressed you guys?
I mean, we're going to try to keep this on the short side. That's probably the most exciting thing about going to the PGA Show.
So much this year
because it keeps getting better and it keeps getting cheaper, and that combination is really exciting.
I mean, same thing. If you're in the launch monitor market, like it's a great time to be in the launch monitor market. I'm gonna have to go with the Blue Tees Rainmaker launch monitor. The thing is going to provide 13 different data points, and then for $50
more.
A year, you get 7 more to get up to 20.
It's insane.
And the whole unit is only $600.
Wow.
And then in the Blue Tees ecosystem, the monitor, it'll save up to 1,000 of your shots, and then you can back up more shots to a cloud. It informs the rangefinder, so the rangefinder starts making club recommendations based on how you're performing on their launch monitor. I mean, I'm really interested to see how that does and how that reviews, because it was a really impressive display. I mean, that's going to be a killer price point. And it's not just a launch monitor that you take to the range. Like, you can use GS Pro or E6 and run a simulator with that little unit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wildly impressive. Like to the point where both of us, I just think we're sort of like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think I had any follow-up questions. It was so impressive.
Yeah. And I was relieved that our presenter was from England, and I was very relieved when we walked away and Matt never tried to copy the accent or break into a bit.
He doesn't try to. It just kind of starts.
No, it just sometimes just happens. Yeah. It's really
I'll tell you a story in the credits, in the after credits. I'll tell you a story about that. Yeah.
I think for me the one that was the most so there were two things. One, this will never affect me, and it won't affect 100% of our listeners. But if you were in the market for an actual like, hey, I'm going to build a sim that people can come pay and go to, the Golf Zone or Golf City, it was Golf City, has a TGL setup. It's a full TGL.
Oh,
you hit
the
into a
screen
mat.
Yeah.
The screen comes up. It puts your ball exactly on the green. The green has rollers underneath it, so it can change the slope of the green. It's absurd. Like it's unbelievable when you see it actually happen. And the best part is the person hitting the ball knows what's going to happen. Like they've already been told, oh, by the way, hit it into the short game area, and then. But their face lights up like Christmas when the screen rolls up and they see their ball in a little circle, just like on TGL. I mean, it is unbelievable. That was
did
really
they
cool.
talk? Did they mention like a price point of an install for something like that?
I didn't even ask. I didn't have the courage to ask.
So
First of all, it helped
because...
that the person sort of giving the information outside of the booth spoke very limited English, and my Chinese is not great. Let's just put it that way. I don't know any Chinese.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, exactly. But I think from a launch monitor point of view, the Square Omni was unbelievable. More expensive than the Rainmaker, and the Rainmaker really did sort of like, this is seriously impressive. The Rainmaker is all radar.
Yes.
So the fact that they can
no cameras on that.
No
one.
camera. So
it'll have to be 4 feet behind you, and you need 12 feet from impact to the screen for the Rainmaker to work.
That's still not bad though.
Which is still really not
that's
bad.
Kind of the 4 feet is got to be class leading, right? That's pretty close.
Really close. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's calculated, right? So any face angle, any face impact, anything like that is just calculated based on radar.
You start to wonder about your spin numbers. Yeah.
Sure.
Not a bad thing. Especially at that price point. I mean, that price point is seriously incredible. But for, I believe it was $16.99 or 16. It might have been $15.99. They're still, it's still prototype, so they're not exactly sure. But releasing in April, Square has it's a 4-camera system with data on it's basically a big rectangle. Looks like it's about this big.
Okay.
Sits right next to the ball. You can use it indoors, outdoors. You can connect to an iPad, an iPhone, or you can run a cord to your PC. You can connect it. It comes bundled with, I don't know, however many courses it is, maybe 8 or 12 or something like that. But you can also get into E6. You can get into those things for what it provides, and the fact that it's 4-camera. You're seeing, and it's fast. I mean. The guy's hitting the demo. He hits the ball, and the numbers pop up. I mean, it's immediate.
Oh wow!
And my favorite part about it is that in the demo that I got to watch, the guy hit like a terrible thin shot that went like 6 feet off the ground, and he said, "Oh, I'll do it again." And I said, "No, actually, that's the fact that it recorded and like on the screen, you see this like like burner." It was very obvious when he hit it that it wasn't a great shot. But the fact that was actually recorded and it wasn't like a mishit or as far as like it actually registered everything about the shot. It's a really, really impressive unit. And I can't think of anything else in the space that has what it has for the price. It also has putting because the guys that developed Square developed PuttView.
Yep.
So the same team that developed PuttView they went out and created Square. So you can use your putter. You're actually putting. It's measuring all those things. It doesn't need RPT balls. It doesn't need dots.
Balls.
It's just any ball you want. And I think the Rainmaker, you do need the RCT balls. I think, or at least I think if you have the RCT balls, it's that helps with the spin because otherwise it doesn't do the spin.
Hugely beneficial for anything with spin.
Yeah, which totally makes sense. I mean, that's a small investment for that price for sure.
But bottom line. I mean, it's an awesome time to be in the launch monitor market. And we didn't even talk about Rapsodo's overhead launch monitor. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more about that. I know it was like prototype phase, so they didn't have a ton of details, but that is super exciting to have to see the amount of competitors come in.
Yeah, we asked about a ballpark price point. He wasn't. Mum was the word.
I know. There were some surveys that went out like right before the PGA show. I know I got one of them from Rapsodo, and it's like, how much would you pay for one of these things? I'd be like,
Oh, interesting.
$1 American, please.
Yeah, exactly,
That would be wonderful. No, so I'm sure it's going to be, all those ones are in the premium territory, but I mean, just looking at, what's coming out, the competition is great because the consumers are getting some nice options.
So glad I just bought mine.
Even within Rapsodo's ecosystem, the LM2 Pro now you'll be able to plug into a PC and you'll be able to run full sim software.
Yeah.
Which is like, they're still upgrading. I really appreciate that. Like, if you've bought a system that's a year old or 2 years old or something, you're not out in the weeds. You don't have to go buy it. You don't have to go upgrade something. They're really trying to figure out how to make everybody work together, which is awesome.
Yep.
So we've talked. I don't want to spend our whole time talking tech because we'll
I know
geek out
it's
the
too
whole
easy.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're
You nerds.
A lot of very exciting things. Before we get to that, what was kind of a miss for you, or what was something you wanted to see that you didn't see out there?
I wanted to see Wilson. I was really hoping that they would be there. They have a presence. I'm super interested in their Dynapower line. I'm super interested in their new staff model stuff is
because they
so
would have had
beautiful.
the new staff model stuff there. I'd imagine
Those
right?
irons are spectacular looking. I'm always interested in their ball. I think their ball gets sort of lost in the shuffle of other major manufacturers. They weren't there, and I also understand it's a big investment, and I'm sure their money is better spent doing other things. But it was still, I was bummed personally that they weren't there.
TaylorMade. I'm pretty sure we knew going in that TaylorMade wasn't going to be there. But and Matt just said it. I mean, it's a lot of money to stand up these booths and just the infrastructure and the personnel to be there. But I mean, it just seems to me there's so much buzz generated by the event. And in the midst of the PGA show happening, we find out that Scotty Scheffler he'd started the season with the QI40 in the bag and then went back to the QI10.
Oh,
that was happening simultaneously to all this. So it's like, how can you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like such a missed opportunity. I don't get it. And I'm not even like a big TaylorMade fan, but it's a very obvious presence to not be there.
Sure. Yeah. One of the premium big OEMs. You would.
Well, no, everybody wants to hit the new stuff. Everybody wants to know how it compares, and so to have somebody who's so big in the marketplace just completely missing feels weird.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a surprise.
All right, so now let's get back to the fun a little bit. You guys went to demo day, which before you went to demo day, I don't think I realized that it was a giant circle, right? That's
Nope, I sure didn't.
Kind of wild, right? I mean, I know it's probably 400 yards, and I don't know.
I don't even know if the
what's the
video
scale?
will. I'll throw it up here. I don't know if it encompasses just how big that space is.
Yeah,
but you can't hit it across. Like
Okay.
that's how
Can you hit it tangentially over?
Oh, you mean if you found a hosel?
Do you mean? Are you asking a pointed
really
question
big
at me?
circle.
Yeah.
No. But I mean that place looks huge, right? So you guys got to walk around, do some demos of all clubs. So, what was the favorite demo that you tried? We'll leave PXG out of it this time. We talked about the Gen 8s.
That's fair.
And out of that, like, was there a big surprise to you? Is there something that you're thinking about putting in the bag, like, before Sand Valley? Is there anything that, like, you're kind of thinking about making a change?
Yeah, Cobra's booth was astonishing.
Yeah.
I hit the 3DP, the 3D MB,
MBs, right?
which I have no right.
MB.
I have no right to even look at those. I can't even get the name right. They were so thin, and they
hold on. I gotta just hold on. Let me. I can't.
Yeah. Go.
Viewers can listen to this. I probably shouldn't.
Oh. So as an owner of the 3DP, Bryan, you definitely. I gotta say, they improved on the 3DP in every single way. The top line is unbelievable. I mean, like when you look down at the top line, now you realize, like, oh, that's what the pros wanted. Like that's what Gary Woodland wanted. That's what Max Homa wanted. but they wanted all the forgiveness. And I think I hit 5 shots. I fatted one, and it still went 80% of the way that all of the other ones and I pured the other ones. And it might be the best feeling iron I've ever hit. I mean, it was genuinely impressive.
Oh, pured. Yeah, those are spectacular. Bryan, you're in trouble.
Not looking to upgrade irons in any way, but I was really wowed by those. But I did hit the Optum Max K.
Okay.
And that was the very first thing it was the first thing I even wanted to hit. And it was the first thing on demo day. We got there, and with like 0 swings, I went and got it. And it was like I think it was
0 swings, 40-degree temperatures, or was it warmer that morning?
No, it
it
was
was like
slightly
mid-50s.
warmer. Yeah, mid 50s.
Still cold for you.
Yes, exactly. And I my very first swing, I did the tin cup where it goes down the line. Like I hit it.
Right.
It wasn't a hosel. It was, I missed the face. Like if this is the face and this is the toe, I hit it.
It was
here.
your first simulator shot last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was
My first simulator day last year. It was that. Unfortunately, mine wasn't just one.
It was horrific and so funny that like I think I just froze. Like I don't even really remember. Like it's just like a blank slate.
Sure. Yeah.
But I remember turning around and seeing Hayes just looking at his phone, laughing, and like pretending that he didn't see what just happened. And
Have you hit yet?
We did it. Please tell me everybody saw that.
Yeah, you might have hung back a little on that one there, Haas.
oh man, it was brutal. And I was like, I don't even know if I can swing again. But I teed another one up. It's like the bravest thing I've done. I like teed another one up, and then I proceeded to hit like 5 in a row that were the best drives I've hit in months.
Here we go.
I think I win like biggest difference between one shot and
yeah.
2.
I gained so much distance with the...
Jesus.
That's
Holy hell.
some good strikes.
This is a problem. This is a real problem. Good Lord.
I mean,
Piped like 5 baby draws right in a row. It was amazing.
little baby draws.
oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
it was like, and it was effortless, like just
Wow.
easy. So yeah, I'm working really hard to the mental gymnastics not to figure out how that ends up in the bag, but it was it's a
That's
serious,
really cool.
It's a serious club, yeah.
That whatever, we won't miss the golf club. That might have been the best thing for you on the first one, because then it's kind of like
It can't be any
it's all
worse.
gravy from there.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it could only have been worse if I literally missed it. And even then, I would just say, "Oh, it was a warm-up
Then it was a
swing,"
practice swing.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say, we also hit the Cobra putter, the 3D, the Agera, the new 3DP, and both of us were very impressed with that putter. We only hit a few putts with it.
And
but
are they like goldish,
350?
titanium-ish
Yeah.
color? Okay.
They're beautiful. They
Mm.
feel fantastic, and they roll really, really true. So I was really wowed by the whole booth. It was really impressive.
I'm gonna have to give one of those a roll then, because I've rolled some of their earlier 3D putters, and I didn't care for the feel of them. So
Yeah,
maybe let's give one of those a roll again.
They got a lot right with this one.
Yeah.
So, Hayes, what about you? What was your demo
Well,
day? Did you have a
I kind of
favorite?
had a different attitude towards hitting clubs. I didn't hit a wood the entire week. Like,
You didn't
I
hit a
don't know
lot.
what
You
it is with
honestly
me,
didn't
but,
hit a
like,
lot of stuff. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, when you
I
hit
just-
it 350, I mean, how much better?
Well,
can it
honestly,
really
like in my
get?
head though, I'm just like, man, I feel tight. I haven't warmed up. I just didn't, I don't know. It's just I was in my head too much.
You
but
had
I
on
did,
a medium polo instead of a large
Right,
polo.
felt constricted.
Exactly. Yeah, really
But
constructive.
I'll tell you what I did. I did have to hit. We got to the Vice Golf booth,
Okay.
and they had their new blades there, the 03s. I think the nomenclature is VG1 03. I'm like, all right, this is a bad idea because this is going to be too much club for me based on the looks, but I got to hit these things. Not too much club.
Really beautiful. Like
Yeah.
I've seen pictures, but I
Like,
didn't
You want
expect
to
in
talk about a
person.
clean, simple design? Holy
Man.
cow.
That's a great looking club.
Now there's a little less offset, so my baby draw was more of a dead straight ball.
Okay.
Right. But I mean, it was certainly playable, and I was like, oh man, I have no idea what the specs on those are. Like, they're probably very traditionally lofted, probably like a 46-degree pitching wedge, that kind of thing. But I was really impressed with the Vice blades. I mean, and probably the first blade I've ever hit in my life. And I'm like, oh, I could hit a blade.
Yeah.
Yay me. So
Yeah.
I was really
Well, I
impressed.
mean, how much were they much smaller than like the SMS Pros or anything like that?
I think maybe a little.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The top line
Yeah, I
is
mean, like I said,
not it's not inviting. I mean, it's beautiful, but it
Yeah.
isn't like, come hit me, I'm friendly. It's like, better know what you're
Sure,
doing.
it's not a wow. This looks like it's going to go 175 yards.
Yeah.
It's- yeah.
Well, and I wrote about this in one of the recap articles, but what Vice is doing is just awesome. They've gone from this little company that made a ball that maybe you would buy, and now they've got like, oh my God, they've got so many golf balls, but now they're into clubs and they're into shoes and they're into bags and some really cool stuff. I mean, not just like, and we'll also offer that like some German engineered, heavily, impressive hard goods that like, you got to take them seriously,
Yeah. And their booth as well was really fantastic. Like it wasn't the biggest booth, but it was so cool. It was, they're bringing a cool,
They seem like they're
like
on
a cool
point with their
vibe.
marketing. They would do very well at a convention like that.
In fact, I think my favorite picture that I took while I was there was they had set up their irons. They had a traditional set on the left, and then another set of theirs that they had colored grips on, and it formed a V. And the right side looked like it was in color, and the left side looked like it was in black and white, just because of the way they had set it up. And it was such a cool visual that I don't know, everything they seem to do, they seem to like. There's such a visual flair to, and the fact that they're performing as well as they are is pretty impressive. So.
That is awesome. So give me one more question for you guys each. Let's the biggest surprise from like somebody we never heard of. I know you guys saw a lot of like
that's a great question.
The bunker rake or whatnot, but like what was your biggest hit your biggest hit from a non-major OEM, somebody that we haven't heard of?
Oh, who's taking this first, Matt?
Oh, I'll go. So I got two. One was AC Golf, which is they are brand new. Literally, their patent was filed like
ACEY, correct?
ACEY. AC.
Okay.
I believe their patent was filed on Tuesday, and they were there on Wednesday or something. Like something crazy.
Wait. Like for real?
Legitimately, they were like, yeah, we just finished. These are like they're brand new.
So did they just have like a white tent and like...
No, they had
they
had the full set of clubs,
whole setup and everything like that. That is incredible.
They have a cast, so they're wedges. So they have a cast set. They have, and I'll throw up some pictures here as well. They've got a cast set. They've got a forged set that has like a hollow body design, like a P790 on a wedge, which you've never seen before. And then they have a 3D printed version, and they're awesome looking. We didn't get to hit them. No idea how they perform, but I gotta imagine just from the way that they were talking. We did an interview with them. It was really cool. So that I'm super interested. I have no idea what to expect really, but I was really wowed by their presentation and all that stuff. The other one is XR Golf. Sorry, I call it RX like it's a prescription.
Prescription golf. I could get down for a golf.
I'm telling you. So I've got an Oculus. It's VR golf. So they have an app called Putt Dojo, which is just a putting app, which doesn't sound that cool, except you don't need a putting green. You don't even need your full house. You strap on your Oculus. If you look to the right, you see whatever room you're in. It's augmented reality. When you look to your left is a fully customizable green complex that you can customize. You can say, you know what, the hardest putt I have is a 12-foot uphill 6-inch right to left 3-degree putt, and I want to work on that putt. Then you drop a ball into, when you look down, there's a little square. When you drop an actual ball and you hold your actual putter, now you get to hit the putt. And then
that's awesome. So you can just like
actually
throw something
track.
soft down in the corner of your house and like whale putts into.
I have
it.
a couch cushion that I put down right in front of where I'm standing, and I hit a 45 footer and the way it's set up. Like I came home and bought it immediately. It's $15. It's a very reasonable app.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out then.
You hit to the target. When you make it, it generates a completely new green. So you just keep practicing those things, and you can set it to do whatever you want. If you miss, you can go to a different green, or if you make it, you can go to a different green, or however it works.
And you feel like it's matches kind of your expectations on like rolling a putt and everything like that?
You can set the green speed. So you can set it to 9,
that's awesome.
8, 12, whatever you want. Like you can set it.
It sounds like I need to use that with like stack putting and like you can get some real practice in.
Really impressed. They had a full demo while we were there, so I got to do that. And then, I've been using it a lot at home. And I gotta say, I went and played on Friday,
and
my putting was like I hadn't missed a day. Like it was. It's really really cool.
That was XR Golf, and it's available on MetaQuest now.
Yep, exactly.
That's super cool.
The app is called Putt Dojo. So PUTT
Putt Dojo.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Brian, have you ever heard of Fisher putters?
Not before you blew up our group chat.
I've gotten so many texts late night just saying thinking about Fisher.
I gotta tell you, I literally was lying awake thinking about this freaking putter. So we're walking by. Matt and I were together for this. We were walking by. So there's demo day, which is at a range, but then when the show moves indoors in the convention center, you can still hit clubs either in a simulator in a booth, or there's the back of the room essentially is netted off and you're set up to hit into a net kind of thing. And kind of camped out in the corner of the Yonex booth is a new friend of mine named Eddie. And we're working on bringing Eddie on to talk about Fisher putters. And he said, "Hey, would you like to try this putter?" And he basically hands me a couple putters and says, "Go over to the putting green," well removed from his booth, and just said, "Go try these out."
Yeah. It's 200 yards away. It's not like it's right outside his booth. He's like,
is this when he thought that you were working for PXG, or did he know that?
No, this was early in the show. Anyway, so Fisher putters, I don't want to give away the lead too much here, but Fisher putters have an insert on the club head made of a material they call Kevflex.
Okay.
It is, it is the softest feeling putter I have ever rolled in my entire life. And if you're not into a soft feeling insert putter because you think that there's a ball speed loss or something like that, not the case. I had no trouble rolling this thing and getting it to the cup. But
didn't
honestly,
feel mushy at all to you or anything like that?
No, I don't know how to explain.
Interesting.
And that's what I'm struggling with is I still don't know how to explain it because I literally and Matt will tell you, I rolled the first ball I hit. I think he even caught it on tape. I just said, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And
it's just the audio.
I was draining him, but
That's insane.
It's really something, though.
That is a very, very soft putter.
It was incredible. I mean, both of us took the putters. We ended up swapping halfway through because they have a blade and a mallet. They have a couple different versions. Really unique alignment system. They use arrows on the back that scientifically are designed to something. I can't remember exactly what the pitch is, but hopefully we can get him on and he can tell us. But it's not an exaggeration when I say that, if you've hit an Odyssey with the dual
like a
insert
white
or
hot,
whatever. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, I know what a soft putter feels like. You don't. You don't. You think you do.
Yeah.
And then you hit this thing and it feels like it would go a foot. It's so soft that when you hit it, you think, oh, the ball's never going to get to the hole. And it just keeps rolling. And it rolls. It's crazy.
We are going to try to get him on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give away the lead too much because it's more than just it's soft. like he explained the science behind it and a concept he called dimple deflection about it preserves ball speed better. There's a science to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't get this freaking putter out of my head.
Now I'm more interested.
Well, I think I'm a
6.
sucker
for a good text story.
I hit 6 putts, and I think I made 5 and lipped out the 6th. And I think Hayes made all of the ones that he made.
I made every one I looked at.
Yeah, it was.
And we were rolling 8-9 footers. I mean, it's not
they weren't.
they
weren't 3 footers. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. One small follow-up question, just as a
Why are you
result
getting
of
so
this.
close to the mic?
Did you?
Hayes, were you heads up putting?
I
while
was.
You were doing this.
That's a great
Throughout
question.
the entire show, it was all heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just came into my head. So
Sasha
I had
never
to
saw
ask.
me though.
Sasha,
I did
he
see
was there.
Sasha.
Yeah,
He was
Sasha
very
I
good.
got to
right?
meet Sasha. He recognized us from the podcast. He was very friendly.
And in fact, this is a perfect way to end the show. We saw a whole bunch of friends of the show, like a whole bunch.
Yes.
We got to see
Scott Fawcett, Marty Jerson.
Got to see Scott
Sasha
Fawcett
McKenzie.
and Marty, and
I feel like we're forgetting some people.
TPT.
John Sinclair.
Sinclair.
John Sinclair. We
Saw
had
him several times.
a whole conversation with John about their new and TPT is doing some amazing stuff, but we'll have to get into that in another episode. But we got to see some like people that we've only met via here, and then we got to meet them in person. And almost every time, like when we met Bob from Squares, this is my favorite one, and he comes over and he shakes my hand and he says, "Hey man, been a while." And I,
That sounds like Bob.
Right. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess, we just had you on a couple weeks ago, like in my head, and I'm thinking, and then he comes over later and he goes, "You look so much like another guy that I know. I thought that you were him. I realize now why I know you. It's very nice to meet you." Like he was it was great. It was,
oh my God.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
Did they all also think that you are a much taller person than they expected? Like when I first met you?
No,
I
nobody
was
mentioned
just
that.
about to say, Brian, like we met Fast Eddie in person. Fast Eddie's a unit.
Yeah.
That's a large human being.
I gathered that already. I didn't need. Mm-hmm.
Well, Scott Fawcett.
He seems like he
Scott
has some
Fawcett's
long
a big
levers.
Dude. Scott's a big dude, but Fast Eddie is like, "Hello, sir." Like it really did feel like meeting a grown up. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time.
You guys did awesome down there. Thank you for your hard work. I know
Thanks, man.
everybody at the community loved following along at Life at the Turn. So
Cool.
We appreciate all the work you guys did.
Yeah, everybody listening, listen, if you want to see more, read more, go to lifeattheturn.com. There are recap articles. The recap articles link to even more photos on the community site. And then, go to the YouTube channel. We posted live recaps from the hotel room, Bogey Ball Society After Dark, maybe. I don't know. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening in. Again, get to lifeattheturn.com. You can find us there and interact with us there. Thanks for listening.
See you guys.
Bye.
All right, that was it. I mean, this is super, super fun. We tried to keep it as short as we could. I mean, we could have talked for days, and we only did 45 minutes. So you're welcome for that. You have the rest of your day back. We're really looking forward to getting some new guests on. We met some incredible people while we were there. We just reestablished some old contacts with some really awesome people, and we're really, really looking forward to what this year's going to bring. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you next week. All right, guys. Bye.